I'm going to show you some new tools that are located within your Edmodo. And off to the right you see this, and it's called Common Core and a Snap, and I'm going to click on that, and it has some great tools that you have access to now. I'm going to go to CK12 Science Practice, and this takes you into where I'll choose. I don't have to do that. I can continue. I obviously have set up my account based on that I have an Edmodo account. I'm going to go into Earth Science, and you'll give it a second to load. And let's say that we were studying Earth as a planet, and there's 59 topics for me to choose from, so we'll let those load for a second, and then we'll be able to look at those topics. And maybe I've looked at revolutions of the Earth, so I'm going to check that out because that's what we're studying. And I can go in here and look to see that there's 3 videos, that there's some study aids. I'm going to click on there and look to see what the videos are. And it's going to bring up the videos for you. And so I could always assign these videos to the students to watch if I wanted to. Notice that there's also a little practice that they could try in order to get started learning about this. There's some activities in here too that I could look at that I could assign to my students as well. It's a pre-read, some questions to ask while I'm reading. So lots of different topics that I can do, and again, that was for the CK12 Science Practice that's in the Edmodo. And if I wanted to look at something else within there, I can go back to that, and I could look at the CK12 Math Practice and give that a second. And if we were studying geometry up here, and I'm going to choose geometry. And again, it's going to give me some topics, so maybe we're studying circles in geometry, and then maybe we're studying arcs and circles. So I could go through and see what all this is, and I could assign it to my students, so then I can go in and select what group I want to assign it to. I'm obviously not going to put that, or it'll go into something of mine, but I can assign that to all the students in my classroom just like I do a regular assignment. It's just something that's already created for me. And then Instagrok is something that I really like. It's an app on the iPad, and it's something that's great for research, to give some kids some practice with researching and help sometimes give them ideas about what they want to research, so they can type in a topic up there, and it's going to give it a second to search for that topic. It's establishing a secure connection down in the corner, and sometimes it takes a moment. I also need to give my computer possibly some rights in order to do this, and so I probably may have to do that in order to get them to. And then if you click on that, notice that it's going to give you instructions on how to use Instagrok in the classroom, and so it'll go through here and show you exactly how to give assignments using the Instagrok. And I can go through different assignments and way to use this in my classroom as well. So there it is. I've gone through there and I chose the solar system, and so now the students, maybe if they were writing something, now that I can give them an option to go, oh, asteroids, maybe I want to click and find out more information about asteroids, and I can get some more information. I can even go get websites. I could go look for videos. There doesn't happen to be any for that. I can go get images if it's something I didn't understand, and then I can go and look at even more concepts for that, and if I wanted to, I could make a little note about that. Again, I could do the same thing for the dwarf planets, go and see what other information I could find out about that, and I can make the level of difficulty higher or lower based on my students' comfort level. And I also can give my kids quizzes, and again, like I said, if you just click on the explanation point, it'll take you to some lessons and assignments and show you how to use this application within your classroom. And then I love EduClipper. It's similar to Instagrok, and I have the ability to go and get resources, and I can even give my students resources you can assign students accounts for EduClipper, and you can be the one who holds the accounts, and then you can go in here, I don't remember my password, and then you can go in there and use the account. Sign up for one. So you would have to go in and sign up for an account, and then you'd be able to create an account to use the EduClipper website. It's going to, if you don't have an account, it's going to redirect you outside of Edmodo to access EduClipper in order to create an account. Again, it's something similar to a ability to create a Pinterest board somewhat, and I have a video that I can recommend for you on that as well. Again, Edmodo Planner's on here, your ability to see the Common Core standards. SchoolTube is on here as well, but the newest resources I know they have is the CK12 Math and Science Practice, as well as the Instagrok, and then the Common Core Standard as well. This is another new for them, and I can look in depth at a standards, and I went into math and I went into geometry. I can actually drill down and see exactly what it is that the students need to do for that. And then I can even see a sample question created so I understand the concept of all that. So they have quite a concept banked for the Common Core through that, so that's another tool that you'll be able to use for Common Core. And then they also have the new photo editor on there, as well as SchoolTube. So explore and play around, and I think they'll continue to add to this. So just another new feature that you can find on Edmodo.